Hello everyone. So today we will talk about the respiratory volume and capacity. So let's talk about the tidal volume. Tidal volume is the volume of air inspired or expired during the normal respiratory process. It is approximately 500 ml. That is, a healthy man can inspire or expire approximately 6000 to 8000 ml of air per minute. Now let's talk about inspiratory reserve volume. It is the volume of air a person can inspire by the forcible inspiration. It means when we do the deep inhalation, like at that time we have the average volume like 2500 to 3000 ml of air that is being inspired. If we talk about the ERV, that is the expiratory reserve volume, the volume of air a person can expire by the forcible expiration, and the volume is 1000 ml to 1100 ml. From this point we have studied that the tidal volume is the normal air that is inspired or expired. Inspiratory reserve volume is the air that is inspired by the forcible inspiration, and expiratory reserve volume is the amount of air that is expired by the forcible expiration. If we talk about the volume, so the tidal volume is 500 ml. Inspiratory reserve volume, it is 2500 to 3000 ml, and the expiratory reserve volume is 1100 ml. Okay, so now we'll talk about the residual volume, the volume of air that remain in the lungs even after the forcible expiration, and the volume of the residual volume is 1100 to 1200. It is same as the expiratory reserve volume. So the residual volume is 1100 ml. We can take it as an approx. So let's talk about the capacities, like inspiratory capacity. What is inspiratory capacity? The total volume of air a person can inspire after a normal expiration. So inspiratory capacity is the it is the tidal volume plus IRV, inspiratory reserve volume. So this is the what amount of air can be inspired. It include tidal volume plus inspiratory reserved volume. Second is the expiratory capacity. It is the total amount of air a person can expire after the normal inspiration. Okay, so it is the tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume. If we talk about the functional residual capacity, the amount of air that will remain in lungs after normal expiration, the volume of air that will remain after the expiration process, it is the expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume. What is the vital capacity? It is important point, the maximum volume of air a person can breathe after the forced expiration. Okay, the maximum volume of air a person can take after the forced expiration. So it include expiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume, or the maximum air a person can breathe out after the forced inspiration. Okay, so what is the vital capacity? It is the maximum volume of air a person can breathe in after the forced expiration. Now let's talk about the total capacity of the lung. It is the total volume of air accommodated in the lung at the end of forced inspiration. Okay, so after a forced inspiration, what is the amount of air that is present in the lungs? It include tidal volume. So it include reserved RV, that is the residual volume, expiratory reserve volume, tidal volume, and inspiratory reserve volume. So I hope you have understood the respiratory volume and capacity. Thank you for watching.